Good morning. Heading out for an adventure today. My own personal challenge. I'm going to try to do 3 peaks in one day. Try to climb 3. So I'm going to start off with Black Mountain up in Cave Creek. Ooh, can't see a thing. And then head down to Piestewa, climb that. And then the third one, I'm not so sure. Camelback or Pinnacle Peak. And Camelback it's just not one of my favorite. It's a popular climb because it's in the center of Scottsdale. It's a beautiful area. People hear a lot about it. The mountain is shaped like a camel lying down, and it's a challenge. I see a lot of bloody shins coming down from there. I've only done it once before. I'm not sure I really care to do it again. And parking is horrible. There's never a parking space. Anyway, 8 a.m. Let's see how long it takes to do this. We're almost to the trailhead. It's about 11 miles from my house in North Phoenix. This is up in Cave Creek. It's called Black Mountain. And if you've never been to Cave Creek, this is a fun little western town. It has a great conservation area with horseback riding, lots of trails to hike in. It has a lot of western shops, some great little restaurants. And I love coming out here. I love to hike out here because after I hike, I can get something to eat, whether it's a salad or a burger or a chicken sandwich. I just really enjoy this place, the options that they have. They have a Chicago Bears football bar. So if it's a Sunday and I hike out here, I can go over there, catch a game, have a beer. Not a bad thing to do. Right after Frontier Town is Linda Street, and that's where I want to turn. There's almost always parking here for this mountain, this trailhead. You have to drive slow going through Cave Creek. A lot of pedestrians, a lot of tourists. You don't want to run over anybody. Here's a fun fact. Dick Van Dyke lived out here for years. I think it was that long ago that he moved out. I believe he may still have a daughter out here. Maybe not in Cave Creek, but possibly in Arizona. So you turn on Linda Street. You can see, maybe you can see some people up on the hill walking up. You have to walk uphill, upgrade to get to the actual trailhead. Parking's less than a half a mile away, I would say. This is popular with locals. This is a really good lung and butt buster hike. Hopefully I won't have any problems finding a parking space here. There's one right there. I'll go down a little bit farther. Go down a lot bit farther. One time I came here and I backed right into a bush. I left. I had a big old piece of tree in my spare tire in the back. Like that. All right, 8:24, setting out from the trailhead parking lot. I'm going to turn on my clock now to measure the hike, and we'll see how long it takes. Had to dress in layers today. It's pretty cold. When I set off from home, it was about 39 degrees. So I can already feel my hands are a bit chilly. But it's supposed to warm up to 70 today. So hopefully I'll be peeling these layers off as the day goes on. There's Black Mountain. This hike is no slouch. About 1,000 feet up. So after climbing up the road, finally at the trailhead, this is where it starts. You can see there are residences around here. And nothing like starting a hike being winded already. All right, peak number 1 done. 47 minutes to go. A mile, 1.8 miles. So not my best time. On to the next. All right, that was good. Good start. It is 9:57 a.m. and coming down took 27 minutes. Much easier than going up. So now we're off to Piestewa. Piestewa is 21 miles away. It's probably going to take me a little over half an hour to get there. I'll see you as we approach Piestewa. All right, it's 10:40. We're approaching Piestewa Peak. This is really one of my favorite hikes. It's not too far from my house. It's a good workout. You climb about an elevation of 1,000 feet. It's good for your lungs, good for your legs, good for your butt. Usually takes me about 40 minutes to get up, 20 minutes to come down. Sometimes I run down though. I fell a couple times running down this one, and one time pretty much screwed up my knee, so I don't run down so much anymore. The only thing I don't like about coming here is parking is a hassle, but they've added more parking lots last year or the year before, and it was probably the year before now that we're in 2021. And it has made parking a little bit easier because it is kind of a short hike. People do come and go all day. You can just wait around if you don't see anything that's open. I'm gonna try my luck on this first lot. See if anybody is leaving. Hey, got a spot. All right. And we're in. All right. Let's get this hike started. Ready to set out at Piestewa. It is 10:52. That is not Piestewa, but you can't quite see it, so it's back behind that. But that's where we start off, and we do head up to the top of that one before we move on to the next. A lot of false peaks around here. Okay, peak number 2 today. I forgot to stop my counter, but it took me a long time. This is probably my worst time ever. It took about 50 minutes for me to climb up here. I don't know what's going on, but the layers are being peeled off. I had to peel my pants off down to my shorts, and then I felt a little better, but still a hard climb. So here I am at the top. Actual first time I've really gone to the medallion up here, the Geological Survey medallion. Typically I'm more, I don't know if you could see with the people there, I've got the sun in my eyes, but typically I'm more over where all those people are. And beautiful day out here. So actually at the real top of Piestewa. So time to go down, and then I'll check in again and we'll go hunt down the third peak. Well, it took me an hour and 35 minutes to do Piestewa today. Worst time ever, but whatever, what can I say? It's the second peak I did today. Now I'm on to Camelback Mountain, to Echo Summit Trail, Echo Canyon Trail. Now I'm forgetting what it's called. I am starting to think that God's probably not speaking to me saying abuse your body by climbing 3 peaks. You know, being good to your body, God abides in your body. 2 is probably enough, but I feel like I committed to 3, so I want to do 3, and yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We're nearing Echo Canyon Trailhead parking, and I'm going to see what it's like. Might be full. Parking lot full. May not be able to do this one. That's not good. Well, I have to say I'm disappointed. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do the third one. There was no parking at Camelback, so I quickly looked up Cholla Trail. Echo Canyon Trailhead is pretty much the main parking lot for people who want to do Camelback. That's the hardest trail. But there is another trail called Cholla Trail that I'd never done. I heard it's a little bit easier than Echo Canyon, which doesn't bother me any. So I drove over there, and they had barriers on the street. They said no entry, Cholla Trail is closed, no pickup, no drop off. I swung back around, back to the Echo Canyon Trailhead, and still no parking. Went through the turnabout a couple times, hoping someone would leave, because there really should always be somebody going in and going out. But no such luck. There were a lot of cars driving around there trying to park in that trailhead too, so I'm sure they were all doing what I was doing. And I felt really disappointed, because one of the things I've been praying for lately is just integrity to finish what I start. So I wanted to have that integrity and get the 3 hikes in. I started heading over to Pinnacle Peak, and at stoplights I was looking it up because I wanted to know if they had a medallion. The big thing to me was if I'm saying I'm going to hike 3 peaks in one day. I want them to be actual peaks. And I wanted to get a picture on top of the medallion. And I've hiked Pinnacle Peak many times, but I've never seen a medallion. It's an out and a back hike, and it never really goes to the top of anything around there. So when I looked it up, I learned that calling it Pinnacle Peak is a little bit of a misnomer, Pinnacle Peak Trail, because it skirts around the actual peak, and there isn't a trail up to the top. I thought, well, that'd be kind of cheesy if I baited it with 3 peaks in one day and one really wasn't a peak. It was kind of a false peak. So I decided to give up on it. We have dinner reservations tonight. My concern is I could sit back and find another peak and try to get it done, but already when I was driving over to Pinnacle Peak, it's quite a distance from Camelback, so I was losing a lot of time, and we have dinner with friends tonight. I didn't want us to be late, so gave up on it. Today's a 2-peak day. Bummer. I'm so disappointed. And I'm just gonna have to plan this out and try it again. Maybe I should start at Camelback. Yeah, maybe I'll have a better chance starting there. So another day, another dollar.
I'ma keep it cool. With you I feel like breaking rules. On the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue.